Hello, Sega Scholars, Nintendo Nerds and Arcade Aficionados. Welcome back to Arcade Azrall and welcome back to the AzCade. Hi guys, good to see you again. Hope you're doing okay. Today it's going to be a little bit of a different video. There's going to be no pickup news, I'm afraid. No restoration video either. I've been really busy this past week and the week before. Hopefully tomorrow I can start getting some work on these two done so we can move things forward. But what we are going to do is we're going to look at a brief history and we're going to do a bit of gameplay of my favourite arcade game of all time, Raiden. Raiden was developed by Seibu Kaihatsu, a Japanese video game company in 1990, and it was designed by Tetsuya Kawaguchi, whose other notable games include Dynamite Duke and Zero Team USA. It was published by Temco in Japan and distributed in North America by Fabtech. Due to its popularity in arcades, it saw many home console releases on consoles such as the Atari Jaguar, Sega Mega Drive, the Super NES, and the PC Engine. It also saw many sequels across the years, plus several spin-offs with a catalogue of a whopping 9 games in the series. Raiden is a vertically scrolling shoot-'em-up game that features a single-player mode as well as a 2-player cooperative mode. The game takes place in the year 2090 and follows the player's mission to save the Earth from an alien invasion using a fighter aircraft known as the Raiden Supersonic Attack Fighter. The game consists of 8 stages, each with its own boss, and players must shoot their way through waves of enemy ships and ground targets to progress to the next stage. The game features power-ups that can be collected by destroying certain enemies or objects. These include weapon power-ups and the almighty bomb. Players can use bombs to clear the screen of enemies and bullets. However, bombs are in limited supply and you must use them strategically to avoid running out before the end of level boss blows you to pieces. Now the reason I love Raiden so much is not mainly because of the game itself. Don't get me wrong, the game's fantastic and I absolutely love it. It's my kind of genre. I love shoot-'em-ups, but there's a nostalgia kind of thing linked to it as well. So years and years ago, I was on holiday, I think it was 1996. We went on a family holiday to France and we stayed at a place in Brittany called Benadé. And I can't remember the park itself, but it was a key camp holiday. So you camped out in a tent with everyone else, and there was a big forest and there was a little leisure centre, a bar and all sorts of things like a kids club. And near this bar, or on the site, near the campsite itself, was a little arcade. And in this arcade there were several cabinets, but I remember clearly there being a Street Fighter 2 cabinet, a cabinet with a game called Avenging Spirit inside of it, which I spent far too much money in one night and got in a lot of trouble. My dad was not impressed when he found that I'd spent nearly 35 francs, which was about £35 in those days, on this game, and spending all my holiday money on a game. There was also a pinball machine, and that was Phantom of the Opera. And I vaguely remember my dad playing that a few times, but also complaining that the soundtrack was wrong. Apparently there was something missing in the music, I don't know what it was, but he wasn't happy with that. There was also a Cruising USA, but that was around the corner in the bar. And also in the corner of this arcade, there was a little cocktail cabinet. And in that cabinet was Raiden. And it had a 2-player controller setup, which is something I've never seen since. So you crunch together playing these on these 2-player controllers, which was very tight on a cocktail cabinet, but Raiden was in there, and I vaguely remember myself and my brother playing it forever. We spent so much money on it. I think most of my holiday money that year went into that machine. And it's always something that myself and my younger brother reminisced about, but there's also a tiny little joke that goes with it. So part of the sort of like the key camp experience was the kids club had holiday reps. These people would take you to the kids club and join in, blah, 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 blah. We vaguely remember them coming into the arcade one day, and there was 2 the reps playing it. And I always laugh because there's this one guy who thought he was it. He thought he was God's gift to women. He came in, he put his money, he was playing Raiden. And I don't know why this always makes me laugh, but he picked up a power-up and he goes, "Bomb? I don't want a bomb!" And was like shrugging us, saying, "Oh, I don't need bombs." And then I remember like 3 seconds later he died. And everyone laughing at him. So that always sticks in my mind. But with that being said, let's have a look at some gameplay now. Hey guys, now we're going to do some gameplay for Raiden, so we'll coin her up. Yes, I am playing on mine, but sue me. So here we go, let's do some gameplay of Raiden, and we'll listen to this banging soundtrack. Oh yeah. Absolutely love the soundtrack, it's so good. I am using an analog stick, you know, button, so this should be relatively easy to do. So we'll see how we get on. I always go for the red power-ups, and obviously when I first played this back in the day, I used to call well, the red power-up, I used to call it the spread attack, and the other one, the big laser, I called the chunk attack. So it was chunk and spread, is what my brother and I used to call it. So this level is relatively straightforward. The difficulty ramps up after this level, it's ridiculous. So little pitfalls in this are mainly the tanks. The tanks are the ones that always get me, because I'm not paying attention to the bottom of the screen. Like this guy, he'll end up getting me, and it's the same with the boss as well. It's little, it's the tanks you're not paying attention to that are the ones that usually take you out, and they're a pain in the ass. Got a bit hairy then, so I thought I'd chuck a bomb down just in case. How did I get away with that? Didn't get away with that one though. Yeah, this is also the version without the instant respawn. I haven't got the right ROM for this one. My board has the respawn mod, which is good, which just makes it so much easier to play and so much a better experience. Because there's nothing worse than dying and having to restart again. It just, for me, it just ruins the gameplay and just sort of like sives it down at the knees when it starts to get going. Which I always thought was a little bit weird. Let's take these guys out. So let's grab the red power up before it changes. Oh no, never mind. I know the blue laser is more powerful, but I just don't like it. I feel like it restricts you to the centre too much. So we're almost at the boss. I might as well keep for the blue now because I've got it. There's no point changing back. Now let's see if I can still do this. The trick to this first part of this boss is to stack yourself on here and kill him as soon as you can. Just like that. See, easy when you know how. So I went quiet then because I was concentrating. Lovely stuff. That's level 1 done. Woohoo! Oh, lovely stuff. Right, I'll try and do level 2. I'll do one credit playthrough and we'll see how we get on. But yeah, that's level 1. Woohoo! High score done already. Yeah, so that's the trick to that that first boss, is to try and gank that first tank thing before it has a chance to do anything. I think we'll just stick with the laser for now. It's not my favourite, but we'll stick. What's it said in the video? Bomb? I don't want a bomb. Yeah, I don't ever remember getting this far as a kid, so it was all like done at home. But yeah, I absolutely love this game. That's what happens when you stop paying attention. Yeah, for the time, 1990, the graphics are pretty good. I feel anyway. It's nothing I'd ever played before. Yeah, I'd say the difficulty ramps up something right here. But maybe I'll do a couple of live streams in the future of me playing this and dying horribly. Just like that. Why? Ah, it's game over. Should we have another go? Yeah, go on, let's have one more credit. Let's have one more credit, but we've got the top score, which is good. Always sign off with Az. Look at that, 88,000. Let's see if I can do this again. Go on, we'll do one more credit and then we'll wrap it up. Almost died then. So it's the tanks, they're relentless. The tanks are horrible. hate the tank. The tanks are the worst thing in this game. I also don't know of any record in military history of a tank shooting down an aircraft. If someone would like to correct me on that, I would be, I'd stand corrected, but don't ever remember tanks shooting down, didn't want to get that, did I? Nah. Wasn't happening then, was it? Let's get the home in one back. Oh, come on! Let's just calm this down a bit. I'm not sure what the difficulty is set to. It must have been hard. This probably isn't hard, this is normal, I think. This is just a very hard game in general, it's absolutely solid. So we'll try and get to the end of this level, but I don't think we're going to. I think I'm going to get absolutely smushed before that happens. But we shall see. Got one life left, one bomb left. It's not looking good, is it? What we'll try and do is once the machines are up and running, I will try to do some gameplay video of me playing the machines. So hopefully that'll be soon. Oh. Oh no, it's game over again, isn't it? Ah, yeah, well. Didn't think it was going to be any better than the first one. But yeah, let's wrap it up there. We'll play again sometime soon. But oh, I'm second. Let's add this in quickly. Good, lovely stuff. Guys, we'll wrap up there and let's end the video on that. Well, that wraps up the gameplay section of the video. I think that's enough for you for one day. Just so you know, the plan for this machine is I want to turn this into a dedicated Raiden cabinet. Because there were no dedicated cabinets of Raiden back in the day. It was a conversion kit. So I'd like to tart this up and turn it into a Raiden cabinet. That's kind of the plan I've got in my head for this one. This cabinet I don't know yet. But yeah, so this will be a Raiden cabinet, so I'm looking forward to that. But guys, thank you as always for your support to the channel. If you'd like the video, please give it a like. A big thumbs up would help me no end. If you want to consider subscribing, please do. That would also help me immensely. I'm pushing for 1,000 subscribers at the moment so we can get to the next level of YouTube. If you also want to support me on Ko-fi, you can buy me a coffee from there. The link is in the description of the video below. So thanks guys, it's been a pleasure as always. I hope to see you again soon. Take care, all the best, and enjoy your gaming.